you are an adult, beginner or intermediate piano player and you want to understand the perfect path of your particular piano journey. But in addition to this aspiration, maybe you have some sort of doubts. You don't believe in yourself. Maybe you think you're too old. Maybe you are overwhelmed with different types of information in the internet, free information or paid information, some courses, maybe some separate tutorials, maybe you try to learn by your own, you try to use some apps, you try to find some secrets how to be successful in your piano journey and how to achieve maybe your childhood dreams. Maybe you have already started and quitting after several weeks or months. Don't worry, I am Sergey, your personal piano coach, and today I want to tell you a little bit more about myself, about my particular piano journey, my insights throughout this path, how I came up with the Astra Piano method and Astra Piano system in general. So I am Sergey, I'm 27 years old. I was born in Ukraine, in the perfect city called Mariupol. Unfortunately now, because of the war, it's destroyed. Not completely, but 80% of entire city, and I was a witness of these events. So I had pretty dramatic 4 last years of my life in general, especially from the professional point of view. But nevertheless, I've started my piano journey since I was 7 years old. It was my passion, so to speak, my call to action and my own intention. My parents, they didn't really want me to play, but I was pretty consistent and I wrote the letter, so to speak, to the headmaster of my school that my parents, they didn't want to buy me the new instrument, so the piano. And after this act of dedication and act of discipline of my will, they have bought me the new instrument and I have started playing. I went through all these academical stages, so through my musical school. Afterwards it was my musical college, Mariupol Musical College, which I had to leave prematurely because of the war. In 2014, it was like the first stage of this Ukrainian war. And after only 2 years of college, I went straight to the university in Kharkiv, the University of Art, and I have studied the full bachelor and master degrees. Afterward, I had my own teaching practice. I've taught in English, in Russian language, in Ukrainian language. I even taught in German language. And simultaneously, I had some concerts, some rehearsals. Sometimes I played in restaurants. I've started to write my own compositions. But while studying and while observing some professors, some professional piano players, while communicating with them and speaking with them, I've noticed a lot of different problems, especially psychological problems, also some physiological problems sometimes, some emotional immaturity. So I've started thinking, how can I solve it? Because there is some sort of solution and there is this balance method to piano practicing. And from my adolescence, from my 15 years, I've started to learn and to study self-development field in general. I've started to read a lot of different books about meditation, some practices, regime, schedule, how to manage your time correctly. I've started to listen some audiobooks, some courses, podcasts, etc., etc., etc. About this field. And step by step, I analyzed how can I integrate this particular area of life, which is very important. I think self-development is the key for you to be able to feel yourself good, at least, yes, and to be in the stable mental state from which you can achieve anything you want. So you can also achieve your goals. You can also achieve your piano goals, or your musical goals, or your whatever goals. each type of your hobby, each type of your activity, you can start it and you can have some sort of, so to speak, final result without quitting, if you know the right instruments. And basically from 15 years old till 27 years old, I've tried to find this perfect combination between this self-development field and my musical development field. And I have found, and I've made this sort of hybrid inside my Astra Piano method. For this reason, I'm not your piano teacher, I'm your piano coach, because I'm using some methods from psychology, from the philosophy, some very old methods from ancient Greece or Roman Empire, because I've studied a lot of these empire histories. I was really inspired by knowledge in general, by forming the systems. And I understood that 90% of human problems in general, while you're starting to develop some skills in some area, in my case it's piano playing area, it's all your psychological problems, and it's all about an absence of the system. If you have even very easy primal system which you can use on your day-to-day practice life, even 10-15 minutes a day, you will be able to achieve some tangible result because you have the system and you are able to check your progress chunk by chunk, step by step. Only in this case it's possible. It will slowly change your psychology. It will integrate this new skill inside your mind, inside your brain. You will learn some new physical movements. So you will also integrate new patterns in your brain. You will feel your emotions differently. Because the music, and especially the piano music, is a perfect instrument which you can use in order to express your deepest feelings and your deepest emotions. So it can be like the healing instrument for you, like your musical therapy. And all of these segments I decided to combine in one educational system, which you can use. So if you're interested in this, you can always check my short type of content, and in this YouTube channel it will be 2 videos per week and also 1 short form content each day, which you can also use in your development. But if you want to have the most potent result from your work, and if you want to have your own piano roadmap with the very concrete 1-month structure of your particular practice, you can always check my personal piano video diagnostic. It's a pleasure for me to work with you. May the music be with you.